as downtime and side quest type things to do.
Cool. Actually, wow, this might be the first time I get to write scrolls. Yeah, both are fun.
You'll get to do that. Hell, if you're good enough, you can make your own Belt of Storm Giant Strength.
I won't be that
I
good.
have a I have the recipe for it. I have the recipe for hundreds of different items. Some of them aren't even in the Dungeon Master's Guide. So you guys will have to find stuff or find recipes to figure out how to do a lot of these things. That will be part of the stuff that you find is plans to make better shit, which will lead to more quests. Now you need the materials to make better shit. Any questions on that?
Yeah, no. Let's move
Okay.
on.
So yes, crafting is a thing, and crafting, depending on how things work out, will often just be a couple of dice rolls. So it's not even going to be a huge impact on the day. It'll just be okay. You've spent this amount of time, and everyone has stood around or everyone has done other things during this time, and we'll figure out what everybody's done while you were trying to make your Belt of Storm Giant Strength that takes 2 weeks to make.
I have a side quest question.
Sure.
So, as you said, that the whole campaign is time sensitive,
Yes.
of which you will not be telling us how much time passes by with each event. But
No, you'll know how much time passes with each event. You won't know how much time you have left before the final event.
okay, so that being said, including the side quests are eat away at the time for the final event.
Yes.
In other words, if we are not doing any of the main quest stuff, and
Side
we
quests
only
and downtime stuff will take up time that goes towards the end. So if you eat up all of your time on side quests and you end up as level 6, but you've got a whole bunch of really good gear at level 6, you're not going to have a fun time at the end.
Okay.
But on that same note, if you rush to the end and you try and make it to level 20, you probably will eat up so much time that you're not going to be able to get the equipment and build up your base the way that you need to for the end. You're going to have to come to a balance, and you're going to need to figure that balance out without any help from me.
Gotcha.
I have an idea of what good balance will be, but that also is going to be dependent on how dice roll. What else do we have for questions?
So, in the standard rules, I think you can learn things like languages and skills by spending so many hours doing that. Is that also going to apply here?
Downtime and side questing.
And does that what would so like what would fall under what categories? What am I trying to ask?
Hopefully a question.
Hopefully, I'll get back to that.
All
I'll
right.
see if I can word it better later.
Daniel, I haven't heard a peep out of you.
I'm just soaking it all in, man.
Cool. Glad to hear it. Any questions, comments? You've decided that I've scared you off already?
No,
Oh,
no, not scared. Not at all. Not yet.
all right.
We
There's
will
one last
try
rule.
harder.
Any PvP against Daniel will be given an inspiration point.
Damn. I already
That's
killed
fair.
his character.
I don't know what you did, Daniel, but damn.
I was born.
That's all it took.
The stars were not aligned right the day that my father and mother conceived me.
I told you there's something about Daniels. Fucking hate him, man.
I don't hate Daniels. I just don't consider them at all. They're really non-existent. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that you're with us. A lot of these rules are stuff that we've been playing with for years. So most of the players already know. So I'm going to pick on you a little bit, Daniel, just to make sure that you're still with me and that you don't have questions. And if you do, I want you to ask them. Get clarification.
All right, clarify for me a little bit then. What does this base refer to? In layman's.
Okay, so now this is something that's kind of new, sort of. I tried to do this a couple of campaigns ago, and it was an utter failure story-wise.
Hey, we
But
had a statue. It was cool.
no, you guys did great. It wasn't you, it was me. So I'm trying a new way of implementing this. So if I tell you what's going on with the base, it's going to get into story spoilers that I don't want to give you yet. So I just want to say that there will be a base, and you will be required to keep to upkeep the base. You'll be required to find specialists and people to work in your base, and that's going to end up being a requirement. And how much you guys utilize that requirement is up to you. You are going to need to populate essentially your base. So you're going to need to find friendly people to help you out, and you're going to need to find the resources that it's going to take to upgrade your base. So if you want to add, I don't know, giant fucking ballista to your base, or other siege weapons or counter siege weapons, you're going to need to come up with resources. You're not going to go cut down one tree and make a trebuchet or a ballista.
Firefly.
You're going to need to.
What if it was a magic tree?
Nope. You have failed already, Daniel. You're gonna need to find, a steady source of lumber. You're gonna need to find people who can build these things.
Okay, I get it. I gotcha.
So
Little
yeah,
town I have to manage as well as gameplay.
right. But
Okay.
and here's the thing on that: you guys can take as much or as little role play responsibility as you want for that. If you guys are like, you know what, we're just going to do a few rolls to see if we can find um, a merchant who can start getting us steady supplies of lumber. A couple of dice rolls, and you guys can be moving on to something else. Or if you guys actually, or at some point, I may say, well, here's your quest for the day. You guys are in serious need of one of these three types of people. Your quest today is go find them. So there's going to be different levels of that, and at some points it may take you out of the game a little bit. Like, we spent 2 fucking weeks trying to find the dude who can build a trebuchet, and now then you've like just said a couple of dice rolls, and we've got somebody here who can put together a giant forge for us. What the hell, Tim? Well, because some things are just easier to deal with than others, and sometimes it's just nice to role play out certain aspects and
Yeah.
just gloss it over other times. So it's not always going to be the same, and sometimes it'll just be really easy, and sometimes it'll just be real hard.
Okay. Cool.
I know it really makes it sound like I put a lot of thought into this. Actually, I've been playing a lot of video games and just written some notes. Like for chapter 6, it just says "sexy goblin." I can't remember what the hell I was thinking.
You guys read
Ben,
Tusk Love?
say what?
You guys read Tusk Love?
Tusk Love? I have not.
Oh man. It's a new rock novel from the Menagerie Coast.
This sounds like something with an elephant, and I'm totally down with that. I could have been a bard. Jerry,
Yes.
Jerry, do you have any thoughts or ideas?
God, no. I don't have any thoughts.
That's for the best.
Yes, it is.
Ben, criticize me. Give me your worst.
He's trying to help Jen with something.
Let me
Oh.
finish this, and I have
I'll-
2 questions for you. after
Honestly, it might be better if you just add it in because I don't think they're gonna figure it out.
What's going wrong?
She's trying to add in the token and is having a hard time.
Oh, hold on. I'll just do it for her. I was just waiting until after I got done with this and I was going to deal with it. Where did she upload the token to?
I uploaded it in all the Kingsmen, I believe. Yeah.
Is there a Humpty Dumpty reference to this campaign?
No, but I think that you'll get the reference once you get into the end of the intro and into chapter 1.
Okay.
I can't even ask the thing that I want to ask, but I'll ping you my question.
Okay.
Kingsmen. So we're going to be international spies.
With or without mystery.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'll be international.
There you go, Freya. It's done.
Well, is it okay if I go ahead and ask my 2 questions now?
Yeah, it's perfectly okay.
Great. So, how fast are you planning to level us up? Is that just going to be based on
Jesus,
what we
Ben, have
need
you
to
been
do?
listening?
Okay. No, I said that main quest will be for leveling only, but I didn't give a pace. Main quests I am breaking up into chapters. Okay. And at the end of each chapter, which should be 1 to 2 weeks, and I'm shooting for 1. If there's 2 weeks, it's just cleanup. 1 to 2 weeks, it's a level up. 1 for every chapter up until the time that you hit level 20. There may be additional chapters, 1 or 2, but that's going to be for the end game. And at some points, I may tell you that main questing is not available because you haven't hit a time frame that I have for it yet. So you may be forced to do some side questing, but there won't be that much of it, at least not until much closer to the end game. Pretty much you'll be able to level almost all the way up by the time for the end game, and it's every chapter will be a new level for you.
Okay. Would we be able to use a real calendar in game since they have one preloaded so we could add stuff on there?
If you would like to add your own stuff to the calendar, that's fine. It may help keep a good timeline. That's not a bad idea at all, actually. So yeah, feel free to. We can utilize the calendar that's in the game. I haven't so far, so thanks for adding more to my goddamn plate.
Oh, you're welcome. It
That's
won't
what
be
we're
for
here
you. I'll
for.
do my best.
Yeah, I have my own calendar that I'm going by, but if you'd like to use the one in game, please do.
I'm gonna try to keep track of like stuff we've done, like notes. So I'll be working on that.
Okay. And you have a second question?
That was pretty much it. I just need access to the calendar now.
Oh Jesus
I know,
Killing
I'm
me,
like making it
Smalls.
so hard.
Yeah, let me see if I actually have a calendar.
You should have one preloaded for free in the library or modules.
Loaded and set for players. You have it
Thank
now?
you. I do indeed.
Tim,
Neat.
are we gonna have we hit some holidays on our last campaign and took a week or 2 off for holidays and whatnot. Is you're
Oh, I fully
planning
expect. I fully expect that we're going to hit some holidays for this too.
Okay.
It's gonna happen. I mean, we're looking at minimum of 24 weeks, probably closer to 35 to 40. The basically the rest of this year and possibly into January a bit. Yeah, we're gonna hit a few holidays. I am not planning to do anything special for holidays. Other than actually, I don't think that there's any major holidays on a Sunday coming up, so probably we'll just roll
4th of
through and
July.
play on those Sundays. I'm not at the moment planning special holiday events like a special side quests or any of that kind of stuff for that are holiday themed, but my mind can be changed pretty easily.
Well, I was just asking if we're going to end up skipping weeks here and there.
The only way that we're going to skip weeks is if every single person is out.
Okay.
I'm not planning to miss any weeks. That doesn't mean that it's not going to happen, guys. Life happens. There
Right.
may be some Sundays whenever I just can't make it. I have decided I need a break, and I have gone to the Grand Canyon to jump off of it. Something. You never know.
But what about the following week?
I mean, I'm pretty close with the parachute, so at least I'll get a good video.
The following week, I'll have a laptop and probably be bedridden, so I'll be available. Yeah, so unless, and I will absolutely say, if I'm going to be out a week, I will do my utmost best to let you guys know weeks in advance. So if you guys want to plan some stuff, you can do that. I have played this game whenever I felt like complete and utter shit. So I don't mind being sick in my house by myself, still playing this game. May not be at my best, but I will still probably try and sit here at my computer and still play. So if I'm out, I'll let you guys know. Unless, like I said, if every single person is out. Jen, if you are the only person that is showing up on a Sunday, I will tailor an entire game just for you. And I will make sure that you have fun when we do it. And everybody else is going to lose out. You're probably going to get that sun sword that your barbarian wants so badly. And I'll make it a two-handed version.
Okay.
Very nice.
What week are y'all all missing?
Whatever week the small person that knows where I sleep tells me I'm missing.
I'll
Because-
miss the week after everyone else misses a week.
Fair enough. I got
As
my
we all
toy.
know. As we all know, I only fear the little person that knows where I sleep. Everybody else doesn't scare me.
And let's also not forget that if you guys are going to miss weeks and you still want to do some play stuff, you let me know in advance. I'll try and set some stuff up. And we can still do something. Some downtime activities. You guys go do some personal side questing, try and learn a new language, bone up on some skills, bone up on the King's Daughter, whatever it is you need to do to make some money.
See, we haven't even seen the King's Daughter
I don't
yet,
know
so
if
we
the
don't
King's
even know.
daughter. I don't know if the King's daughter could afford my rates.
Well, I know what's going on with the King's Daughter, and I am pretty sure that you can't afford to try and bone up on her.
Oh, she can't
so
afford me.
she's a whore. That's what you're saying.
No. It is not, in fact, what I'm saying.
She just
Try it.
charges very high rates.
Try and seduce the King's Daughter and find out.
Oh yes. Main mission found.
At least it's not trying to seduce me.
I'm not trying to seduce anyone on the team. No, you don't keep.
That's weird.
We're
What?
both
We
the
have a
same ship.
centaur on the King? We have a
We're both
centaur on
same
the
ship. You don't mess with that. I'd like to be able to sleep soundly in my room. That I will definitely ward, but
The
do
princess
we-
has been possessed by a greater demon. The princess
get
is
around
level
that.
20. The princess is level CR 22.
you can kind of get around that.
The princess is known for being a man eater, and her teeth are sharp.
I'll die happy.
Hey,
We have
we've,
two bards. The other bard can make a song about it.
I will make a song about it. Trust me.
You just want to stop
Equivalent
being a
of-
bard.
That's the equivalent of, hey, you want to be the cameraman at my orgy? Can you write a song about me and the demon? Okay. Any other questions or comments? Let's see. Paul, I haven't talked to you yet. Give me your thoughts.
I've been asking questions here and there.
You have, and I've been going through individually to make sure that we're all in that. I've got all your questions answered to the best that I can.
So let's say I miss a week and I want to learn a language, like to make up for it. Would that take up the whole week? Is that
Well,
the goal?
learning the language will take up more time than that. Learning a new language, you don't just do that in a week.
Wow. I guess
But-
that's realistic.
Hey, depending on how long it is, it takes like 300. It takes a few hundred days, like a few months.
It does. But that doesn't mean that you can't start. So you spend some downtime and
And you learn how
Everyone
to
else-
ask for the bathroom.
everyone else quests for.
And Aaron, I just put in the song I'm going to sing for you.
Please don't.
Hey, Highway to Hell would work with a CR22 demon who's going to be a man eater.
So if you start and while you're out for that week, but you've said, hey, I want to learn a new language. Okay. So you're learning Sylvan. The questing that happens takes up 2 weeks of game time. That's 2 weeks that you'll have towards learning your language. And then later, whenever you're doing some more downtime stuff and everybody's like, okay, we need to do some personal side questing. We need to, I'm trying to build a weapon. This person's trying to make some new scrolls. This other guy over here needs to run a soup kitchen for the poor. Whatever it is that you want to do in your downtime. And you're going to spend a month doing that. There's another month that you can add to it later on. And you'll just say, okay, I'm going to continue learning Sylvan. And we'll figure out how many days it's going to take. And then once you've spent that many days learning it, well, then you know your new language. And it's going to be the same way with skills and anything else that you're trying to learn. You don't have to do it in one block. You can take separate little pieces.
So you can learn, because I've never done this before. You can learn skills, like you can become proficient in history or whatever.
Absolutely you can.
And then are feats like too good to?
Nope,
fit
feats
that
are going to be feats are going to be at level up only.
Okay, that's what I thought. I had another question. I can't remember.
Okay. We'll come back to you. Jen, you got anything for me?
No, sir.
Oh, please don't call me sir.
No
Okay,
comment.
boss.
God will be
What in the world is that?
That's Jerry's real voice.
That was not me. That was actually Emily, I believe.
Emily is playing with clownfish, I guess.
Nemo does not like it.
There, it's off. Is that better?
It was working. It was beautiful.
Oh, great. I can't wait to watch the recording on that. Hopefully it went through. I have no idea.
It did. It was terrible.
Well, it went
My
through to
head
you
hurts.
guys. I don't know if it went through the
Then
recording
put
or not.
your little hand in mine.
It was
There
pretty
ain't
awesome.
no hello.
I had no idea what you said, but it sounded like you were a possessed squirrel.
There you go. So, anyways, the hell am I trying to think of now? Jen doesn't have anything for me. Jason, what have you got?
Nothing.
Okay.
I did have something, but I can't remember now.
All right. Then let me tell you what's going on next. That's going to close it up for today, because I really have nothing else. I can give you back the rest of your evening. If you guys want, I can toss together a quick game of Cards Against Humanity. Up to you. Next week is an off week. I don't have any gaming planned. Again, if anybody wants, I can set up an online game of Cards Against Humanity. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, yes, I have a full Cards Against Humanity, 35,000 cards online that I can play with. And like I said, we can do that next week. I can host a game next week if you guys want to play something live, but I live way the hell out in East Mesa, so.
I would love to play some Cards Against Humanity.
So we're not playing next week? Is what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay.
Now, two reasons for that. One, we just got out of a couple of long campaigns that we were pretty much back to back. Also, I want to give you guys a week to, if you want to make changes, and there's always those last minute changes. Hey, I decided I want to do this instead. Is it too late? No. I can, it gives us an extra week to try and do those kinds of things. And if you guys want to take just a day off, catch your breath, go for it, please. It's there just to do that, and then we're going to start another long ass campaign.
Sounds good. Maybe I could re-roll my starting equipment.
There's no re-rolling starting equipment. I mean, you can change your starting equipment, but
Yeah, that's what I meant.
oh, okay. I was like, man, what'd you roll? What the fuck does?
I just rolled a bag around and whatever fell out, I picked up.
Oh my god! I got a wizard staff. It'll go great with my shield. All right. Yeah. If nobody else has anything for me, it's 5 o'clock right now.
Time to start drinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like I said, if you guys want, it'll take me about maybe 15, 20 minutes to put up a Cards Against Humanity game if you guys are interested. If you're not interested, then have a great evening. I'll be sitting here and chat for a little while.
I'll be sitting here waiting for you.
How do we play Cards Against Humanity?
I'll stick around for a hand or two.
Have you played Apples to Apples?
It's the same thing, only dirtier. I don't have a don't have an Apples to Apples deck online. I do have Cards Against Humanity though.
Paul, we both know you're not innocent enough to enjoy Apple to Apples as much as you're going to enjoy Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, I would never play Apples to Apples over Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, I do know Apples to Apples very well though. Everybody done with Fantasy Grounds? Can I close that out?
Yeah.
Yep.
Bye-bye.